Hi everybody, it's Robin here at Toadstool Tarot, and I'm here to share a new purchase with you. I ordered in the mail the Influence of the Angels Tarot. It's from US Games, and if anybody knows the kinds of decks that I'm drawn to generally, they involve classic art a lot of the time, not exclusively. And I bought this because I saw a walkthrough of it on someone else's channel, and it reminded me of another deck that I have, the Cat Black Golden Tarot, wherein she used computer graphics on classic paintings to assemble her deck. And this looked to follow much the same procedure. Did I mention this is from US Games? Comes in a box. It's thumb indexed here. I can tell you the first thing to go is going to be the edge here, the unfinished edges where the paper meets the cutout. It's a hefty box, comes in a nice box with a beautiful, thick little guidebook, much like the guidebook in the Golden Tarot. This one is 183 pages. The deck is by Jody Boginski Barbesi and Karen Boginski, which the two women that happen to be sisters, so they collaborated on this deck. First, I should probably say that I'm not particularly into angels, but I did like the classical art quality of the deck. And I do feel like some of the images are a little bit forced, to say the least, the way they've added wings where they probably should have left well enough alone, but you know, that was their concept. The book is pretty substantial. It includes the major arcana have designated each card with a specific angel's name, even though those images are not specifically those angels. They're sort of forced on those names. It gives symbols, direct meaning, shadow meaning, and an angelic message. So there's a lot of information in here, including key aspects in the images, little icons, mentions of keys and clues in the imagery, like the white dove, for instance, the cup, the sword, the wand, pillars, moon, veil, scroll, round disc, pomegranate, and so on. I mean, there's a lot of stuff there. And then in the minors, they talk about each suit, what they consist of, the court cards. I mean, it's a pretty good guidebook, actually. And if you're just beginning, it might be a good place for you to start, possibly. I mean, I haven't read it all the way through, but from what I can see so far, it looks to be fairly informative. I'm gonna try and do a quick flip through of this. It's gilt-edged, this deck. Look at that gleam. And the backs are lovely. They have a kind of a almost, this is the second deck I have that has a almost burnt edge feel to the edges of the card. They're slightly darkened. I don't know that it shows up in this this camera shot, but one thing I noticed from the feel of them, they feel like they've been machine punched out of the card. There is a slight, not exactly a lip, but you can sort of feel the texture on the edges of the cards. That may wear with use a little bit. I do like the images all have borders around them, and I'm not one to complain about borders generally. And they also have a little label at the bottom, and the labels are in a compatible color, as opposed to, say, the Golden Tarot. They were stark white labels, but these pretty much fit right in. So let me just kind of try to go through these and express my feelings about some of the cards. Some of them obviously, you know, they have squeezed a lot of extra little symbol images in there where maybe they might have done better not to. Here's the Emperor. I mean, those wings look pretty forced to me. The same with the Hierophant. You know, when did you last see a priest with wings? And I was going to say glasses. He doesn't have glasses, but he looks like he has glasses. This is a beautiful strength card. I love the look of that lion. The cards are a bit glossy, as you can see. They're catching the light and reflecting. Here's another one, like, why put wings on the hermit? I don't like that so much. It's a beautiful hermit, but I'd just leave the wings off. But, you know. Here on the hangman, I can't quite tell from the image whether these are really pressed down wings close to the body because of the angle, or whether they've been sheared off of this angel, which is more than likely for the hanged man. This is a death card I love because of the notion of people with near-death experiences talking about going down a tunnel towards white light, which is the way this depicts death, as opposed to the usual depiction of a skeleton or a grim reaper. Here's the devil, which I don't really like. He's sort of sexy and really creepy at the same time. Very bestial and just weird. Part pig, boar, I don't know. It's a nice tower card. This is a pretty star card, but I wouldn't have, it's like sort of monochrome blue, which is unlike any other card in the deck, so I don't think I'd have gone there. The moon. This is kind of a nice sun card, very bright and sunny with little cherubs flying around. Nice judgment card because it depicts this woman facing herself, judging herself as part of the card, which I like. Now for the minors. These are the cups, obviously. I like this one. This is modern, sort of, compared to some of the other paintings, and you can see it's like the guardian angel in the back of these children. That's one thing I'm not sure about, though. They do mix the time frames, eras of these paintings. Some are very old, some are only last century, and that's a kind of a peculiar Jesus with the cups. And then that's kind of odd. Now, even where they don't have wings on the characters, they squeeze in a little angel somewhere in the picture. I shouldn't complain so much. I really do like this deck for the most part. I like the images. Swords. I'm not fond of this one because I know the original painting and I really love it. And I don't really like the way they've stabbed these daggers all around the figure to sort of hem them in. I mean, I understand why they did it. I just, I'm so partial to the original painting that I don't really like what they did there. And here's another one. I don't get this at all. She's got sword tattoos on her arm, which makes this, and the painting looks much more contemporary too. It's just a really odd image for this deck. I do like this Ten of Swords though. Don't usually get that angle in the Ten of Swords. The court cards seem to be noblemen and women. Here's another one. I like this as a Three of Pentacles, but they're shoeing a horse, and this looks like it could be, in the 1800s versus the Middle Ages, and from there we jump to a Hieronymus Bosch painting from probably the 1400s. So there's no consistency in the artwork. Here's another one. I don't know if that's Bosch or Bruegel, but it works. It's just odd that they sort of jump around from arrow to arrow. This is like Nightmare at the Museum or something. They've just gone through the Metropolitan Museum of Art and pulled all the paintings down off the wall and turned them into cards. I like this one because it's a lace maker and the pentacles are lace pentacles. That's a neat idea. A lot of the pages are children. This is a fun William Blake Ace of Wands. Nice card. The colors are beautiful in this deck. Here's another one from the late 1800s. I think it's a symbolist painting, which, if you're too familiar with the original images, you can find the deck rather disturbing. Oop. That one again is a very different style. I think that's another Bruegel or Bosch image. This I like. I don't know. That looks almost 1920s or 30s, like Balthus or somebody. I'm not sure. It's like a more contemporary piece. And then this is, I don't like this image either. It's very familiar to me. I think this is the abolitionist John Brown, but it was also the image they used on a rock album by a group called Kansas. So it's kind of, I don't know. But for the most part, I like the deck. We'll see how it works and how I get used to it. Oh, there are two other cards in here, which these are very curious and helpful, I think. One of them is the minor arcana suit meanings, which is nice. This is a sort of a cheat card, I guess, but it's very helpful. Cups, element water, deeply felt emotion, not light or fleeting, intuition and psychic sensitivity, a way of knowing that's also a feeling. Hint words, flowing, fluid, immersed, not solid, full, empty, drained, overflowing. Swords, element air, the mind, thought, beliefs, the subconscious, communication. The mind can powerfully affect emotions. Hint words, turbulent, sharp, breezy, oppressive, floating, cutting, blunt. Pentacles, element earth, physical reality, solid, tangible, concerns of everyday living, pragmatism, money, work, health, residence. Hint words, solid, down to earth, grounded. Wands, element fire, energy, action, ambition, motivation, taking on challenges while moving forward, inspiration, motivating, jolt, creative spark, hint words, fast, moving, heated, energetic. So that's, helpful just to have at your side looking at any RWS deck. Then there's this other card, and this one has minor arcana number meanings, essential characteristics of the suit. The ace is the essential characteristics of the suit. 2, duality and balance. 3, the power of 3 separate forces coming together and working as one. 4, stability, order, and the benefits of a solid foundation. 5, trouble, instability, unpredictability. 6, returning to a state of harmony and balance. 7, challenges, responsibility, and personal development. 8. Recognizing limitations and either moving past them or staying within their bounds. 9. How the cumulative effect of past events manifest in the present moment. 10. The intrinsic meaning of the suit shown in abundance. Page, youth and potential. Knight, the confident establishment of oneself in the world. Queen, nurturing the woman's role in society. And King, leadership, foundation, and structure. So yeah, these two cards look to be very helpful little kind of cheat sheets to put on your deck or your altar or keep at your side when reading this or other RWS decks. So anyway, sorry I kind of bumbled through this, but I think you got the gist of it, and that's the deck, the Influence of Angels Tarot. Show you the back of the box. So, till next time, bye-bye.